What's going on, people? So just over 2 years ago, Slanted Ground started as a YouTube channel. But the history of Slanted Ground actually goes back to the mid-2000s when I launched it as sort of an apparel brand / social website type of thing. But then there was a huge hiatus with injuries in college and life. As a young boy, I rode around my rusty BMX bike on the farm, and it gave me great joy if it didn't give me tetanus. And as a preteen and a teenager, I jumped on the cross-country bike and I rode my cross-country bike all over the place, hundreds of miles, just me alone, by myself, figuring things out, becoming comfortable with my own thoughts as a young adult. And included in there was some BMX racing and a short stint of cross-country racing. And as I got older, I started to reflect on how much mountain biking did for me. Now let's face it here. Mountain biking is not the greatest thing in the world. It's simply just a hobby among hundreds of other hobbies. However, what it does for people like you and I is it gives us a way to feel better about our day. And just after the pandemic, I was motivated to figure out a way to give back to this sport that I love so much. And the obvious thing for me was to bring Slanted Ground back to life as an apparel brand. Now, my goal with the apparel brand wasn't just to slap a logo on a shirt and hope somebody cared about that logo and try to collect their money. What I wanted to do was create a brand where the logo meant something. It had some value. It was worth something other than the screen print on the t-shirt. I wanted to give back to the sport that I love so much. And in doing so, when I launched Slanted Ground apparel for the second time, the shirts were for a cause. For instance, a percentage of sales from every shirt went to nonprofit organizations, trail advocacy groups, trail organizations, even wildlife organizations, you name it. I wanted to give back to the sport and to nature in general. Now, when I launched the brand, I was the designer, I was the webmaster, I did the e-commerce, I did the shipping and packaging, the logistics of packaging. I designed the hang tags. I designed every element of the brand. I did it all. Inventory management. It was a one-man shop done by me, and it was a lot of hard work. And I soon came to the realization that shirts for a cause wasn't a great motivation for people to buy shirts. But for me to make the apparel brand successful, I had to take on the role of the salesman. I had to hammer out ads. I had to get them in social media feeds. I just had to punch you day and night with advertisements trying to get you to spend money on the brand. Now, if you know me in person or you know me from the past 2 years on the videos that I've shared, you know that convincing people to spend money is just not something I'm comfortable with or I'm necessarily good at or I'm motivated to be good at. I'm not a salesman. Came to the realization that Slanted Ground as the apparel brand was slowly coming to an end. I did not have what it took to make it successful. Sure, I could have hired people, but again, Slanted Ground would be known as that ad in your social media feed that you look at briefly and you move on about your day. To me, that wasn't giving back to the sport I love. Now, over those years, I've had a lot of people come to me and say, hey, Josh, you should start a YouTube channel. And obviously, I'm super familiar with YouTube. I know what YouTube's all about. But I didn't fancy myself as a YouTuber. I never wanted to be a YouTuber. I still don't want to be a YouTuber. The idea of giving your creativity, your success, your value to an algorithm that doesn't care about your feelings or doesn't care about your content, an algorithm that changes by the day, an algorithm that's brutal and honest and oftentimes unfair. I had no interest in that. In addition, our local area is ripe with people sharing POV content of trails. They do it well. I would just be another among the many throwing their content into a machine to churn and hope for views. And then one day I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just throw a quick video up there just to see what happens. I had no motivation for it to be a success. It was basically just a fun thing to do with a friend, and I shared a video and I expected 40 views and I think I got maybe 41 views. I don't know. I don't look at my analytics, so I don't even know where the views are right now on that first video, but that first video was published just over 2 years ago. And then I realized something about myself. I was always good at breaking complex ideas down, complex processes, and translating them in a very simple manner that most people, I think, could follow. And actually my job in the corporate world is doing just that. And I've always been able to really figure things out easily based on assumptions and come to successful outcomes. And when I would peruse forums and Reddit and different social media platforms, I would see people asking for help, you know, how to jump, how to do this, how to do that. And I would see all sorts of answers all over the board. And to me, a lot of them just didn't make sense. It was almost like they were talking a different language, trying to explain the proper process on how to do whatever the skill was at the time. So I was like, you know what? What I'll do is I will post a jumping video and I'll analyze it as I would any questions that I have in life, and I'll break it down and try to explain how I do it and translate that to an audience. And that one video kind of took off. It blew up. It was super successful, got great feedback. And that was kind of the genesis for the trajectory of Slanted Ground and where we are today. I feel the value of the channel is giving back to the sport. The value for me is sacrificing my time to give back to the sport I love by offering any type of help or assistance to individuals that I will never meet in this lifetime. Because again, what mountain biking did for me was it just made me feel better about my day. It put me in a better mood. And my channel ethos is the idea of you find your passion, right? If you find your passion, you will go out and explore your passion, you'll experience progress. When you experience progress consistently, you realize the potential that you have elsewhere in life, right? Off the bike, you know, off the saddle. That was the ethos for the apparel brand, and that is the ethos for the YouTube channel. Now here is the thing, you know, folks posting how to jump or how to wheelie, there's thousands and thousands of them on YouTube, and in the bike industry, you don't get a lot of respect being a helpful how-to person on YouTube. I get that. I'm just one amongst many, but I do my best to be different and be honest and offer integrity in all of my opinions. So over the past 2 years, I've created quite a library, quite a catalog of helpful how-to content and informative stuff that's a little bit different than how-to stuff. My baseline for every video is to motivate you to just go out and ride your bike, make you want to ride your bike, make you want to have fun, make you want to just be chill, be cool, explore nature, and come home with a smile on your face, right? And over the past 2 years, I've created what I think is a great catalog of just that. Over those past 2 years, a whole bunch of subscribers have come aboard, and I don't look at subscribers like a trophy case or a number that I should flaunt on a flag. For me, I see subscribers, the subscriber number, as individuals that I've passed on the trail, we've talked, and they've wanted to maybe take a lap with me or whatever, or ride the chairlift with me at the bike park. That's how I put a face or a personality or an association to the individuals that subscribe to my channel that, again, I will never see or never meet. So anybody that subscribes, I will forever be grateful for that. So the value in the likes and the comments is super important, and I don't take it for granted one bit. All you folks that consistently comment, I see your usernames, I recognize your usernames, I appreciate it more than I can ever say in a reply. I can't always reply, and sometime I'll go into depth as to why that is the case, but to keep this video short, I'm not going to go into that reasoning, but I see it, I like it, I'm supportive of it, and I can't thank you enough for taking a few seconds out of your day or to leave your opinion or to leave some feedback. It really does mean a lot to me. So a few weeks ago, I put a call to action out in one of my videos where it was just, I wanted to know where you guys were watching from, and the premise, the basis of it was that there was an individual in my life that didn't think my channel was super cool, doesn't think mountain biking is super cool, and but does think like history is cool and is learning about world history in school. And a lot of you thought that that was just a ploy to get you to interact with the video. But it's 100% true. You see, I have a 13-year-old daughter. She doesn't like mountain biking. She doesn't like bikes. What she loves is horses. She's been a horseback rider for a very long time. We go to horse shows all through the summer, and our conversations are about the things that she likes. They're never about mountain biking, and that's cool. I'll never change that because she's a kid, she's growing. I will always support her interests. For that matter, my mountain biking has zero impact on the family whatsoever. I sneak out, I sneak back in, I make content, I don't talk about it. I'm like a ghost in the woods. You know, I can't wow her with the number of subscribers that I have or the views that I get on my videos. But what I can impress her with is the diverse audience. And me too, I was super, super humbled by the response that I got and very much surprised about the global audience that I have for being such a small channel now. I don't check my analytics, so all of this came as a surprise to me. Which sort of leads me to the point of this video. Now, I hope you're not offended by this, but I'm going to do my best here, okay? Spasibua, Salamat, Ramat, Falavum, Tapladeth, Obrigado, Kusunume, Bedankt, Takuyu, Kitos, Vala, Dekuyu, Dziękuję, Velramakasi, Grazie, Gracias, Tak, Danka, Merci, All Might, thank you. Thank you, Brew. Thank you.